Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. It's time for our monthly status check on what's going on with Warcraft Rumble, both financially and what patches have we gotten and what has changed in the game. So how did Rumble do in September? On iOS, Rumble had 7,000 new downloads, same as before, and 70,000 in revenue, minus 10,000. And on Android it was still under 5,000 new downloads. But again, looking at the category rankings, looking at it hasn't really fallen in top charts, means that is very, very close to that 5,000 still. And 40,000 in revenue, so minus 10,000 there as well. Total of 12,000 downloads and 110,000 in revenue. So given the new team size, Rumble is well profitable. Rumble has now been in maintenance mode for 3 months, and it doesn't really show that much. I mean, there was a slight decline at the start of maintenance mode, but then downloads have been steady. When it comes to revenue, there was a little bit more of a decline at the start, but after that revenue has also been quite decent for a game in maintenance mode. Obviously, Rumble can no longer dream about breaking into the top grossing strategy games chart, which is dominated by games like Last War Survival and Whiteout Survival, and surprisingly, Clash Royale, now a top 3 mobile grossing strategy game, 74 million in September. Clash Royale has just skyrocketed into new success this year. It has been absolutely stellar. That said, the janitor has been working on Rumble. Runner downloads remain fairly steady. We also got our first App Store patch since the layoffs in September, and that updated the game to a new Unity version. They kind of had to do that because Google was going to kick games out of their store if they didn't update to this newer version or to a newer version, but Rumble is now up to date with Unity. That big patch also changed the graphics API initially to Vulkan, and that caused quite a few problems on PC. Lots of people had like totally pink screens or white screens or things like that. But there is also a brand new patch now that came out yesterday, and that switched things back to DirectX. So graphics is now rendered with DirectX again, and that seems to have solved all the PC player problems that were introduced by the Vulkan. So the game is functional. Also, the game is secure. Unity just released news about vulnerability that had been existing for years, and that was a critical vulnerability, and Rumble patched it in a day, so Rumble is safe and sound. Although this latest patch is only on PC and Android when I'm making this video, it's not yet on iOS, but it should be coming to iOS soon, of course. So this will temporarily affect co-op, PvP and cross-play, because PC and Android cannot play with iOS, and if you play on PC, then you cannot play on iOS because you have played on a newer version, so you have to wait until iOS gets a patch. But other than that, lots of these technical issues Rumble had and technical debt that it had from still using a very old Unity version, lots of that has been corrected by the janitor. The game has now caught up with its development tools, and yeah, hopefully janitor will have time to do something else too in the near future, now that this Unity version and graphics API issues seem to be mostly solved. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.